Hello, hello, hello. Right, here's hoping that everything is working just as it should. Um, let's... We could probably close my web browser now. We will not be needing that for this essential episode of... What was I doing? That's quite the thing to open up on. Oh, check out these tiles, man. Those are some humongous tiles, though. Like, huh. Right. Anyway, last time I read the Pilgrim's Path and marked the location of each shrine on my map. Look at the map. Look at it. So, let's see here. Ghost Gate, that is the single most difficult of these little pilgrimages that we will have to do. Nisus is, well, there's a thing in Nisus. Kind of interesting, by the way, that the name of that is part of the Roman civil wars under Aurelian. There was a big battle of Nisus at one point. Yes, I'm a history nerd, what of it? Anyway, there's the thing in Nisus, and then there's the coal cave entrance. There will be no coal in it, however, but there will be the Ruddy Man, which... Well, that would easily be the second most difficult of these things. And, like, the third most difficult one would be... Well... Let's just say we're gonna agitate a demon of some type. Anywho, let's have a look. Why am I carrying tax records? My character is even more boring than I am. Now there's an achievement. Right, so... I know we can do a couple of the pilgrimages in... Well, there's the Fields of Kumu. And there will be Vivec. And once we've done some of the, well, I'm just gonna confess, some of the easier of these pilgrimages, we can then move on to something a little more difficult, such as the Fighters Guild here in town. I don't want to be starting out with that, though, because, well... At one point we will be killing a quantity of rats. An accumulation, even, of rats. And they will almost certainly kick my ass. And that's just terrible. Hello, hello, Shade. You'll be with me in a moment. Oh, excellent. Do we have an exit here? Guess not. In some of the concept art, early planning stages, Balmora was supposed to be like this port town. Like you would have little boats going back and forth and whatnot, but then they actually made it, and you cannot sail boats through the bridges. The bridges are also not, accessible by cart by virtue of the fact that it has steps. So you cannot bring a cart into the town. You cannot cross the river either. Oh, now that is gorgeous. Just look at that. While I'm picking flowers. Chicks love it when I pick flowers, though. So yeah, for those of you who've played other Elder Scrolls games, that up there is Morrowind's take on the Dwemer, the dwarves of the setting. And Morrowind, as far as I know, is the only game in which you can actually meet a full-on Dwemer. We will not be meeting him for some time, however. He's a bit of a pain to get to. Trying to think when you pick something up in this game, it's like, what is the sound supposed to be? I'm doing alright, Shade. How about you? Oh shit. We've got rats. And some hot cocoa, but that's besides the point. I'm definitely not drinking unhealthy things. I would never be doing that. This is just rat poison to help me with this fight that I'm about to initiate. You're not supposed to be eating the ground. Stop that at once. That'll teach him a lesson. So far the phone's been quiet. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I'll do something in this game that'll break your mother's computer yet again. Oh shit. Watch out. We got a badass over here. And now we have segmented badass. Hello, hello, low-life raccoon. Welcome to the stream. I see you brought lovely weather with you. Thanks for that. No, I've finished the game a number of times. I've modded this somewhat extensively. Halfway wondering if you're the person that I think you are. And yeah, just to illustrate, I have not created an optimal character type at all. But I have done rather well for myself, considering we haven't really earned much in the way of gold from questing. It's nice of the game to let me recover stamina while I'm frozen. Let's see if I can tone down the... there we go. The rain sound in this game can be a little bit loud. So, Low-Life Raccoon, how familiar with this game are you? Got any war stories to tell us? See, we're going to... I still have muck, don't I? Yes I do. Yeah, that's kind of the Morrowind thing. It's like, either you have no clue and you barely get out of Seyda-Neen, or this has been your obsession for the past 20 years. Well, I gotta say, playing this game modded, I am really, like, quite impressed with just how much you can actually do with mods in this game. Just the whole fact of, like, obtaining, you know, the Fallout 4 style of looting, and adding in a million, like, just hotkeys, basically. It's like having to open up and close down menus 50 million times, like a minute. It's just not very engaging gameplay. Hang on, I gotta move my laptop on my desk here. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to read the chat. This will be slightly detrimental to my engagement. At least I believe that's what they call it now. Come on. Over here you go. Oh, now I see what the problem is. I just gotta plug in the charger that will actually let the screen light up. Sorry about this. Let there be slightly more light. Shade, just so you're aware, this is a Sentinel. I very deliberately did not keep the shitposty character class that I created just when I showed the intro to this. But yeah, that was kind of a thing that Shade ran into when he was playing Daggerfall. Just a brilliant little maneuver. Like, his first instinct was to go to the Royal Palace as a complete nobody and just go around asking for quests. And the juggler just told him, "Your kind disgust me, get out." Which, that's really not a very juggler thing to be saying there. I have been playing some of Oblivion again on my own time. But now a story will happen. Would you like to donate muck and ask for a blessing? If I did this at Catholic Church, I would get a stern talking to, but sure. The grace of humility, thank you for humility, Lord Vivek. I shall neither strut nor preen in vanity, but shall none give thanks for my place in the greater world. Made the pilgrimage to the fields of Kumu and read the grace of humility. I mean, you know, when you have the dress sense that I do, humility is definitely the way to go. And yeah, the first Elder Scrolls game I played was this, and I remember the first time I played it, I was just sort of walking around Saint Denis, and I was like, well, this game's kind of not very pretty, but it's interesting that you could like walk around the whole town. Then I left Saint Denis and realized, oh, this game is bigger than Saint Denis. A fair bit bigger, I might add. After that, I was hooked. I needed to explore this world and figure out what the hell's going on. And people will invariably sniff at that, but that's their problem. Oh cool, we can steal crops from this farmer again. Incidentally, one thing I will recommend for anyone who's like thinking of modding out Morrowind, the original Morrowind soundtrack is 24.5 minutes long in total. And that's including like the main title theme. What I did was, I basically ripped the entire soundtrack from Elder Scrolls Online and just converted it to the right format and slapped it on there. And it kind of works. Certainly a little bit more epic. You can definitely tell that the ESO had a slightly higher budget than this did. Oh, and behold, guys, the mating Kagudi. Just look at them go. I fear they may be defective. But that's not my problem. I leave that to the scholars. Yeah, when Shade was playing through Daggerfall, I quite liked his earnestness. I just, well, I'm basically a nobody at level 1. I'm just gonna go up to the Royal Palace and have them furnish me with quests. I could just imagine the entire court rolling their eyes at this guy who's clearly got main character syndrome. Playing the console version. I would have liked that, I think. But we had a PC at that point, and I was quite enamored with it. Just because one of the main things that I and my siblings did was we found out that there were cheats for it. And we would just set our stats to like 10,000, this, that, and the other, and every 15 minutes someone would yell for me because, like, Steve, we jumped into a wall again, we need you to get us out. And I got quite tired of that. Two crab meat, that was a chunky boy. So you, did you ever play Daggerfall, like, before you played Morrowind? Because I made Shade there play Daggerfall, and, he did not get very far. I would say that in terms of, like, first game to play in the Elder Scrolls Saga, I think Morrowind's probably the best bet. Especially if you played it, you know, when it came out. Yeah, the Daggerfall dungeons, I instantly, like, made this connection in my head, but Daggerfall dungeons is like a plate of spaghetti, and you're trying to navigate each spaghetti strand just hoping to find something relevant. Yeah, I've seen the Unity mod, or the Unity engine version of that, definitely, well, less blocky, for sure. Less buggy as well, as I understand it. Don't mind me, sir, I'm just stealing your crops. You know, I'm the, hardcore pro elite gamer medieval surf peasant man. Honestly, recently I was, I decided to actually look at someone playing through Arena, and I felt, and this is just me, but, the way that each dungeon basically just had one floor probably did it a lot of favors. Just in terms of, like, at least you can keep track of the dungeon, if nothing else. Like, that's a surmountable challenge, but when it's, you know, a plate of spaghetti that's stacked 12 floors high, dear lord, that is not an easy task. Okay, I'm admitting I'm not 100% certain where I'm at, and I'm sort of trying to resist the urge to whip out the map. I just want to see if I can figure this out. It's like we have the lake here, and you know the top, like the ceiling of the lake is sort of there. So you know, theoretically Vivek would be in that direction. I'm also not entirely, like, a lot of the plants in this game I feel like are based on real plants, and then there's something like corkball root, and I'm just like, oh yeah, somebody mutated a pineapple or something. So in my head I'm just like, okay, corkball root and marshmallow. What's Bungler's Bane again? It's one of those, it's one of the mushrooms I turned in with a Jira, and I don't have one. Yeah, I know. I just don't have one with me. That's a Morrowind moment. I don't have, you know, a particular type of mushroom in my pocket. I do apologize. Yeah, that's fair. Suddenly you see the, sort of... the towers here. That is a legitimate, like, type of building you'll see in the Middle East. And as I understand it, it's supposed to be like a wind trap. So it'll, like, direct the wind into the building and whatnot, and hopefully cool the place down. Oh dear fucking lord, I realize where I am at now. This is an extremely important place. An extremely depressing one at that. This is a slave plantation, the worst in Vardenfell. I'm out of here. I am not doing this. And yeah, I found out that there's stuff like... You can make potions with, like, negative effects. There's no way to actually use that in, you know, vanilla Morrowind. So, all you can really do with that is to sell it on. I created a whole host of, like, ridiculous names for my various potions. I'm sure we'll get back on that particular warpath soon enough. Certainly gathering a lot of ingredients. I recall I made quite a few people chuckle on Twitter, and I was just bringing up a particular potion I was making to earn money, basically. This is a potion of levitation, and I didn't want it to be lumped in with all the regular potions of levitation, so I just said this is 7-Up. There's also potions of water walking. I called that holy water. And just the restore fatigue potions, that was always Pepsi. Feather potions, I also recall, those were Diet Coke. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to act out my fantasy of finding a pearl. Whatever the hell that means. Oh, I found 2 of them. Sorry, I thought I was being accosted by fish. And yeah, health potions, that was always Dr. Pepper. Bit literal-minded, but alas. Aha, see. Do you see, children? I found the easiest place to find in the entire game. Go me. Yay. Thanks, Angel Choir, for approving of my finding, Vivek. Who designed this bridge? Like, this is something, you know, I would have been like 12 years old and playing SimCity 3000. And this is the kind of bridge I would create. I recall it was like this ridiculous intersection I saw from Texas, and someone said, let's just add one more lane. And to me, I was just like, I prefer 2 lanes and 90-degree turns. Just do that and traffic will sort itself out. Definitely. I'm definitely also an urban planner. I have not gotten fired even once. Excuse me. 90-degree turn bridges. Just imagine like a cart on that. And like, you know, they use dwarves is like their transportation animals, their mules, their horses. Those things do not have, you know, a small enough body for making turning particularly viable. Bit of a problem, that one. So yeah, this is Vivec. People tend to regard this as the most nightmarish place in the entire, you know, Elder Scrolls universe to navigate. There's a particular book you can get. You know what, screw it, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna go get that book. I really hope Jobasha has this book. Hang on, what? Oh. Okay, I did not know that. So the Fields of Kumu Shrine that we did gave us 100 points of feather. That's basically, they subtract 100 points of weight from you, so that's quite something. Jobasha's rare books. You know, late game, honestly, there's a lot of points in the game where you will be, effectively, you will be assigned homework, right? And this is basically the, if you're gonna find it anywhere, it's gonna be here. Oh hi, Limeware Platter. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Move along.
I didn't.
Best prices, best selection.
Right, you are Jobasha. That's your name, right? Jobasha, yeah. What do you want? What's your trade? Jobasha reads books, buys books, sells books. What more can Jobasha say? Jobasha knows a little about everything, so you ask, and maybe Jobasha will talk. Morrowind, how do you like it here? To be frank, I'm, how many days has it been? Yeah, I was released from prison 6 days ago. I have over 3,000 gold pieces, and I'm just, like, loaded down with all kinds of valuable shit. You know, I'm doing pretty good for myself. Oh, Lord. Shade in the chat talking about the 90-degree turns off the roads on Driver. That's the kind of game where you just, like, they took a real city and just made the most rigid interpretation of it imaginable. Anyway, let's see. Oh, does he not have the book I need? Vampires of Vardenfell, that's quite rare. You can become a vampire in this game, but it is extremely, like... You can find, like, 2 books. You're what? I'm gonna have to buy this. Fucking, like... So anyone, like, not looking directly at this thing, I saw a book I've never seen before called I'm My Own Grandpa. Jobasha, why do you gotta barter like that? It's too bad. I was basically looking for a book called A Guide to Vivec. Hello, hello, Lord Nefarious. It's been a while. I hope all is well with you and yours. I'm just doing a terrible job of playing the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, so apologies if I'm distracted in any way. He's up. Oh. In this game, there's like, they use the word fetcher as a curse word, and I'm just like, that would be a bold thing to declare yourself in a game like this. Oh, that's rough. I hope you're managing okay with it. I wish I could do something for you. I guess I'll be your entertainment for the day. How about that? To my knowledge, I haven't had COVID myself, but I was quite fortunate in that regard. I know it's quite the rough illness. Alright, that's good. I know it's a fairly slow disease, but I also know you're a tough guy, so I'm sure you'll manage. Make sure to, like, how does COVID compare to, like, basic training? I know you were, oh, now I gotta be careful. I think you were in the Marines, right? Incidentally, I should probably explain a little more about this. So, basically, the city of Vivec is divided up into these pyramids. They call them cantons. Over here, we have a very tall one. That's the foreign quarter. Over there is House Lalu, House Redoran, and House Telvanni. Those are the three major noble families that operate on the island of Vardenfell. Alright, you are a Marine, that's what I thought. Which makes you still a rifleman too, I suppose. Isn't that the credo they have? Right, so, aside from the three noble houses and the foreign quarter is also where the imperial guilds, like the mages and fighters guilds, are at, over there. Then you have these two, cantons that are used by saints, they are dedicated to the saints, and what they effectively do is, it's subsidized housing for the poor, it is workshops where they can, you know, earn a living and whatnot. So effectively, if you have to buy something in bulk, and you want to do it where it goes to a good cause, you can seek out the craftsmen here. And most people don't really bother too much with them. There's a giant rock in the sky. We'll be getting to that later. You do actually need to deal with the giant rock in the sky, and you know, that's quite the interesting bit. Every Marine's a rifleman. Glad I remembered something. So this is the High Fane, they call it. Effectively, the Tribunal Temple's offices and whatnot are here. And this is also where the Ordinators are headquartered. It's quite the sword there. Be a shame if something happened to it. Anyway, over here we can see a statue of Vivec. Of course he's not looking the right way. I'm gonna cheat. Just want to see him up here. So, here is Vivec. This is what he looks like. He is a living god, although this is just a statue of him. I'm gonna go down here and not die, thank you. See from your outfit that you have wealth and taste. Can I help you? What the fuck are you on? Look at this! Wealth and... This has to be sarcasm. This has to be. Right, so, one of the things we have to do as part of a Rising Force Potion. So to join the temple, you must do the pilgrimages, and this, oh, right, yeah. This is, Vivec killing a beetle, a scarab even, Doing a good job there. Sorry, upskirting's illegal. We shouldn't be doing that. Over here we have a shrine. And effectively what you just gotta do is, this is the shrine to stop the moon. that's, you call that a moon? Never mind. Would you like to donate a potion of rising force and ask for a blessing? Before I do that, I just want to point out, if you read the Pilgrim's Path, in that it says, you're not allowed to donate your own potion of rising fortune. Oh no, no. You must buy a standard one. And of course, it also mentions the church will sell you one of those. Like, you don't gotta be pushing the fucking gift shop in the middle of this. I'm doing a pilgrimage, like. Quite the revenue line. Grace of daring, thank you for your daring, Lord Vivec. I shall not shun risk, nor hide behind the mask of cautious counsel, for fortune favors the bold. So do the thunderclouds, it seems. You might notice I'm flying now, and this is not a cheat. Although he's... Yeah, this is, the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind in a nutshell, this. It's 3D, guys. It's finally here, 3D. That's stupid. But yeah, kind of an effect of the shrine. It's like you get some kind of bonus, and the bonus of each shrine is fixed. In this one, it's like you get 100 points of levitation, and it lasts for, I believe it's 2 real-world hours. So genuinely, you can just donate a potion of rising force there. You can donate any number of times, and yeah, you'll just be able to float around if that's what you're after. Which, of course, it is. Here's the Palace of Vivec. Let's say hello. Lock level 100. We will not be saying hello. Yeah, Palace Shrine. Donate 100 gold. Ooh, can I afford that? Only 3,000. Guess we have to. Thank you for your generosity, Lord Vivec. I shall neither hoard nor steal, nor encumber myself with profitless treasures, but shall share freely amongst house and hearth. Yeah, that's happening. Let's move swiftly on. I think level like. There's a canal puzzle as well. I know I'm kind of rushing through these. We should probably look at the Pilgrim's Path. I'm gonna need some water first, though. Got myself a steel thermos with some plastic ice cubes within it and some sparkling water. Quite good. Glorious stuff. We did the Shrine of Humility. Basically, it's a story about how Vivec, even though he was a god, he allowed himself to be used as a beast of burden for a farmer, because that was the nice thing to do. And I'm sure Vivec got, like, some XP out of it. Shrine to stop the moon, Shrine of daring. I guess I'll read this because it actually tells you why the moon's there. When Sheogorath rebelled against the tribunal, he tricked the moon Bardur, or Bardao, into forsaking its appointed path through oblivion. Good lord. How do you trick a moon? Anyway. The mad star inspired the moon to hurl itself upon Vivec's new city, which Sheogorath claimed was built in mockery of the heavens. When Vivec learned of Sheogorath's scheme, good lord, what is my deal? He froze the rogue moon in the sky with a single gesture and the grace of his countenance. Overwhelmed by the courage and daring of Vivec, The moon Bardao swore itself through the eternal service of the tribunal and all its works. Thus the moon now stands guard over the palace and serves as the citadel for the temple's ordinators. The Shrine of Daring is found in the city of Vivec in the temple district along the western wall of the High Fane, the great temple of Ardenfell. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave behind a potion of rising force. Suitable potions may be purchased from the temple. Homemade potions are not acceptable. I could just imagine the fucking armed guards surrounding Disneyland with the little Waffen SS mouse ears on them as well, just checking people for unsuitable potions. Let's see, what else do we have? The Puzzle Canal, that's the one. In a battle with Mehrunes Dagon, Vivec gave his own silver longsword to the Daedra Lord rather than dishonor himself by fighting an unarmed foe. This so impressed the Dremora, the most honorable and chivalrous of Mehrunes Dagon's Daedric servants, that they now share a bond of respect and courtesy with the followers of the Tribunal, though we must never forget that they are our enemies. The Shrine of Courtesy is found in the heart of the Puzzle Canal, a labyrinth beneath Lord Vivec's palace in the city of Vivec. That's not confusing anything. The journey through the Puzzle Canal can be confusing, and it is suggested that common pilgrims carry a scroll of Almsili intervention in case they get lost. The Dremora Krast is found in the center of the Puzzle Canal and will accept a plain silver longsword if spoken to with courtesy. After Krast accepts the sword, pilgrims must read the inscription on the Trirolith. Okay, silver longsword. I forget if we have to bring one of those. Fuck it. We'll risk it. I'll save first, though. That's a good policy. I am exciting, cautious man. That's what I am. Nefarious knows this. I'm very cautious. He's, quite bold. Hello, rat. Alright, let's see. Don't mind me, I'm just flying, because that's what I do. Breathe the waters of his glory, and the way is made clear. Alright guys, we have to summon the Crystal Pepsi by drowning. Yes, really. Pull up a chair and, it's gonna take a while for me to drown. Yep, the way shall be made clear, and what's more clear than Crystal Pepsi? Oops. Alright, thunder, that means the way has been made clear. Have no fear, have no shame, have a Pepsi. Hello, Krast. How are you doing, mate? Are you here on the pilgrimage? Read the shrine. Here Vivec gained a plain silver longsword to the Daedra Lord Mehrunes Dagon rather than dishonor himself by fighting an unarmed foe. Are you here on the pilgrimage? Do you have a silver longsword for me? I can only accept plain silver longswords. I didn't make the rules. Are you for real right now? Alright, I guess I'll... That's just brilliant. That's the Disneyland thing, ain't it? They give you the fucking sword. Alright. As you see, I am unarmed, but you are brave and gallant. Sigh. Will you give me your long sword so that I may stand a chance against your might? Yes. Yes, I accept this sword. Thank you, Diomedes. You have the grace of courtesy. You should read the inscription on the shrine to complete your pilgrimage. Thank you for your courtesy, Lord Vivek. I shall speak neither hurtful nor harsh word, but shall speak respectfully even of my enemies, for temperate words may turn aside anger. Have you not given me a silver longsword? Just read the shrine and leave. I tire of your mortal presence. Hey, Overseer. Hey, Overseer. Hey, Overseer. Alright. Oh, the sword's refilled. No offense, bro, but... yoink. Since I'm flying, I may as well check if there's anything over here. Nope. Yeah, there's nothing quite like the courtesy of robbing the temple that I am supposed to be serving. Biggest irony of this all, like the 4 silver longswords I just fucking stole. That's the biggest payout I've gotten. Because, like, the only other bit of money I got from a quest so far, that has been the 8 gold I got. And that's only because I got sent to buy, like, a fucking ceramic bowl. And I was really good at haggling for a ceramic bowl, so, you know, go me, 8 gold pieces. Wow. What? Okay. Yeah, the, doing the shrine with the levitation potion first is definitely recommended. Wow. I'm gonna do something stupid after I quick save. I'm gonna go and have a look at the giant pebble. Hello. No pilgrims allowed in the ministry. I have to ask you to leave. If you want to learn more, read The Pilgrim's Path. Donate to Walt Disney while you're at it. So yeah, that was, let's just check. I have done the Grace of Humility, Stop the Moon, Generosity, Puzzle Canal. That, I think, leaves 3 until we are done. Most people don't really look at these statues, and especially not in the way I do. Because amongst the many mods I did for this game, well, I installed them at least, was a mod that quadrupled the resolution of the textures. So you no longer have coins that are so blurry and compressed that, how do I put it? The gold was so compressed that half of each gold piece was green. And I don't know about you, but green gold, that's a new one. Interesting. I can't really change the speed at which I move. Right. Let me think. What are the next ones we gotta do? Because I feel like let's keep going with these pilgrimages. At the same time, we should probably start doing some alchemy. That makes it sound like it's drugs. Well, alchemy is kind of drugs, isn't it? It is kind of wacky non-science, if nothing else. I appear to be breathing water. That's probably because of the shrines. I'm also quote-unquote swimming quite fast. That's all because of the flying effect. But yeah, I really do like the way that particular like pilgrimage has very clearly been like dumbed down so that each, you know, moronic tourist will be able to actually do it. I gotta say though, the skies are probably some of the better stuff that I downloaded. Because I mean, it really does feel special. And I know that's probably an easy thing for them to pull off. Hang on, I gotta look at this guy. Excuse me, I don't talk to people I don't like. Well, fuck you.
Leave me.
I am leaving him, I mean. And yeah, this is some of the darker sides to Morrowind, because slave labor is extremely common, and a lot depends on it. And there isn't a whole lot you can actually do to, well, you can't do much to change it. Although, as the game progresses, you do sort of open up a, quite an interesting, like, micro faction, if you will. Something called the Twin Lamps. And that's basically the abolitionist society of Vardenfell. And Morrowind, I guess. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to... Well, we're going to gather some ingredients on the way, but we'll go back to Balmora. We'll do some alchemy and sell it off, just so that I'm not carrying 1,000,000 pounds of whatever into the wilderness. I don't think I'm going to be doing much with the pearls except sell them, because, you know, they weigh 0.2 and they are worth 100 gold pieces, which is a fairly princely sum. Luck, I think. Big thing about alchemy in this game is just, if you want to create things to recover health, well, you need marshmallow for that, usually. What is marshmallow? It's quite literally just cane sugar. And that will never stop being ridiculous to me. But yeah, once we have done the, what do you call it? The alchemy. After that, we will be doing some of the more dangerous little shrines and whatnot. I think specifically the one for Ghost Gate. And I mean, I am gonna have to say it before we go there, because there are certain enemies in there that will be around level 25. Guys, look at that. That is the most infamous creature in all of, like, Elder Scrolls. That is a cliff racer. No reward either. Brilliant. Thanks. Thanks for that. Rude people. Yeah, cliff racers are quite infamous, because in the unmodded base game, they will, first of all, they will see you from 1,000,000 miles away. They can travel extremely fast. You'll never outrun them. There's areas where you'll be chased by 4 of them at a time, just about whatever you do. And lastly, there's a problem where they don't really know how to descend. So essentially you will be outside a dungeon with like 1 HP trying to rest. No enemies around. You get a message, your enemies nearby, combat music, blah blah blah. And then you look up and then there'll be like 8 of them. And they'll all be screeching and taunting you, and well, some of the mods I installed will fix that. Specifically what the mods do that I have, early on in the game, you have normal, non-diseased animals, and they are not very aggressive. They mostly want to be left alone. Later on, though, there's something called blight disease that becomes more popular, or that's not the word for it. More popular. No, it becomes more common. And then bad things happen. Right, let's see. Some alchemy tools, and that's fine. Okay, let's see. Apprentice, that's the lowest level. Journeyman's, that's medium. That's probably good enough for our purposes. But I don't want to buy the cheapest mortar and pestle. Not yet, anyway. Of course they sell pillows. Why wouldn't they? They sell silver longswords. So do I. Okay, they're quite, they're not bad. Okay, well, fuck you too, lady. I think what I'll do is go deal with the Mages Guild, because when you do missions for people in the Mages Guild, they will like you more. And also, if you are a member of the same guild, they will like you more on the basis of that.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm explaining things to the chat room. Anyway. Yeah, the major thing about the guilds is they will like you more, and they will offer services usually cheaper. They will be easier to deal with, basically. Hang on, I gotta say hello to this lady who wants to be left alone. No interruptions, I can't think. Give me work. Speak with Ajira, fuck you. She has potions. How nice for her. She also doesn't like me very much. This lady spell makes.
Looking for something in particular?
That's kind of interesting. The open door spell, I'm gonna go with that. And with these, like, water walking and water breathing. Just because, like, you will sometimes end up in, like,
Good to see you. Do you need my services?
Needs potions?
situations that you did not plan for, basically. Okay, she sells a Master's Mortar and Pestle. That's better than the Apprentice one. It's also completely unaffordable. And they only sell the Master's version. Which, you know, I could probably afford, couldn't I? Yeah, I could. It's just a question of, like, do I want to shell out that kind of money right now? I don't think I do. Guess we'll have to shop around. And before anyone in the chat room says anything about the ways in which I could, you know, get around that, you can definitely do that. There's a way to get, you know, steal a master set right off the bat. I am maybe 2 minutes removed from it, but I won't be doing that. I'm going to be trying to give this, a, you know, a fair sort of approach. So let's go around here. I know there's... This part is a little bit curious, if nothing else. Because, like, you have an alchemist, that's fine, but it's like... I mean, just look at the part of town that it's at. Like, it's way up in a corner here when you'd think, you know, the most valuable real estate would be there, but these are just houses. Sorry, that was my urban planning meeting. You are all excused. There will not be a test. Although I long to give you one. And see, this is more like it. She sells a Grandmaster's one. Now that is precious. I cannot afford it even slightly. Let's buy this one. For fuck's sake, lady. Have to haggle, that's the code. It's the way decent people are in this society. Right. What do we have? Water walking. See. Well, some of you might have. We'll buy these scales, they are cheap. Lady, I said they are cheap, thank you. She gave me 1 gold piece off for good behavior, and she immediately has more. And she immediately has more. That's interesting. Usually it takes 24 hours for them to actually, well, recover, as it were. Okay, that's a bit expensive. Yeah, okay, we won't be doing that yet. Alembic will not be needed. Retort, yeah, we have one of those. Calcinator improves effects, and this is a journeyman's version, so we can afford it.
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Sure, lady, sure. Hey, don't mind me, I'm just gonna be, you know, definitely not up to any economic activity over here. No, no, no. That one was just for anyone out there who's paying attention. Let's see what we can make. Let's make some Dr. Pepper. Why not? Marshmallow. Right. Let's cook. Alright, that was the health potions. I do appreciate I don't have to go through a million animations. It's just click. Satisfies one of my core concerns as a modern day, you know, sophisticated gamer man person guy. Fellow. Restore fatigue, that would be, well, Pepsi. Choke lead, sure. I said it's Pepsi. Yeah, let's put some, you know, egg on the bread, and that makes it into Pepsi, right? Let's, yep. Dog meat and eggs, that's definitely Pepsi. Just please, whatever the hell you do not look at the ingredients list on my Pepsi. That's a Palin. Eggs and rice. Yep, that's Pepsi. Do you have anything else? Oh, Fortify Magica. That should be a bit more expensive. Fortifying Magica, what would that be? That would be Bombay Sapphire. Was it 2 P's for Sapphire? Yeah. Just trying to... It'll be a Scandinavian thing. We'll go with Oikinale. What else do we have? Incidentally, the interface mod I'm using is really helpful because, like, without it, you would be guessing, right? But because I have it, every single time there's a positive match, like this, mixing this with that will make something. That now lights up in gold. So that is a huge help. Really saves time. Alright, we don't need to mix Ashian with anything. Calmberry. I know, let's make water walking. Right? Drain fatigue? No, that's bad. Water walking, there we go. Let's brew some holy water. With rum. Why not? Gotta have your booze. It's essential. And again, holy water, how do you make it? Well, you take this mushroom and mix it with scales. And that somehow becomes holy water. You should rest and meditate on what you've learned. That's new. We should do that. But first I should probably sell some potions to this lady. Stupid names. Now I'm immediately conflicted. What should I sell her? What should I sell her? We'll go with Heather. You might be wondering why I'm selling her like Heather. Well, it's really abundant. We couldn't mix it with anything, and every single time you successfully sell something to a person, their disposition increases. Disposition means they like you more. You could try to persuade them, but Morrowind's system for that is really bad. So this is the way I go about it. I do apologize. I know this isn't the most exciting, you know, ultra mecha final battle of the admittedly pathetic interface for bartering. But you guys would not believe how much female attention I get when I'm doing this. Well, I do get some if you count the fact that she's staring at me like I'm illegally brewing like meth on her property in front of her. And giving it stupid names and laughing to myself. You don't understand, lady. I'm the guy, you know? I went up to Vivek's palace and said, let me in, and he said, go fuck yourself, and, well, after that I left, you see. I'll bet you're very impressed and you'd like my phone number. Well, I don't know what that is. It is the Middle Ages. There are no phones. From the makers of Extreme Couponing comes another thriller-filled series, Extreme Bartering. You got 5, I'll give you 10. Permanently. Oh, fuck off. Lady, just, you know, give me lots of money for no reason. Please? Lady... How can you not buy my pearls, really? What is wrong with you? Women want pearls. I saw as much on the internet. It is essential for you to get pearls. Then it struck me. Do you know what my error is here? I was trying to sell things to reduce the amount of stuff I'm carrying, and it only just occurred to me that, like, I was selling pearls. Pearls weigh nothing. I was wasting my time and yours.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
Why do you have a spear? Anyway, I'm just gonna be floating down here. Don't mind me. Sorry, ladies. I got
have
a
the
nap.
finest spells in town.
My Neverine is almost as big of a dork as I am. Let's rest. Dun dun dun. So, guys, I am gonna have to confess something here. The Morrowind level up system is rather infamous for being kind of tedious to operate with. So I installed a mod that basically said you always get an X4 multiplier, no matter what. It's my way of just, like, showing the game to you without any of the tedious bullshit that will invariably occur.
I have the finest spells in town.
And it's all just a case of, let's make it at least somewhat interesting to watch. Some people like that. And some people really like it. I was selling stuff. My brain works perfectly fine, everyone. After we sell these potions over here... I must be doing well for myself. Lady, you are wrong. You are so very wrong. My mercantile skill is increasing. Sweet. I think what I'm going to be doing here is, I'm going to sell off everything I'm not going to use for the next stage of my journey, and then I'm going to drop a lot of my items for, yeah, I'll drop the ingredients and then we'll get underway to Ghostgate, where I will do a genuinely dangerous area mission type deal. And then once I'm done, we'll celebrate with holy water and rum. That's a joke that I'm not going to be sharing with the priest. I kind of help out at a church, and I don't think holy water and rum is entirely kosher, if I may borrow that phrase. Spell absorption, that might genuinely come in handy. Cheap restore magicka. Yeah, this will do. This will do. Let's float. The fucking carpet is what I get stuck on. Yeah, I'm the Neverine. I'm the savior of the world. Oh, what's that? Oh, I can't move from this carpet. I was outsmarted by a carpet, you see. That's just what I do. It is why the ladies find me irresistible, because carpets are all my enemies need to defeat me. this sound effect. Kind of ridiculous. And I have 4 silver longswords because of course I do. Why wouldn't I have? And that's what was taking up most of my weight. So yeah. This will be my sculpture. So that's storage in Morrowind. You can just drop stuff on the ground. It'll still be there when you return. Now we're gonna go to Ghostgate. One of the most dangerous places in the game. Well, that's not true. Quite dangerous in the overall game, I would say. Ghostgate, like the interior of Ghostgate, the Red Mountain region, that is where the final boss of the game will be at. The evil, devil-type figure in Dunmer mythology, Daggerthor. I watched Arena not too long ago. Oh, hang on. This guy needs to be murdered. That went a bit easier than I was expecting, to be honest with you. Fuck you, worm. Yeah. I'm the savior figure of this entire area. Because I defeated a worm. What is going on here? Oh. Did I didn't do this. What happened here? See ya. Here's your stuff. Sorry I couldn't stay and chat with you, but it's not always a good idea for me to hang around, you know? Ernal. No, I'm sorry, Ernal. Oh, Moran. Quite the last name there. I'm guessing that, I'm guessing his pipe is something we need to return to someone. I'm just trying to remember what exactly that would be. Ooh, I remember this place. Alright guys, we're coming up on a new type of settlement. Well, sorta new. Morrowind is interesting because it has 3 great houses with their own distinct styles. There's a temple that have their style, and then there's the Imperium. Or the Empire. The Imperium is something different, but yeah. And as you can see, this is a very normal human-type settlement. Much as you would expect it in Oblivion or Skyrim. That's an interesting thing to me, at least, that they do recognize that there's sort of a clash of cultures. There's also the Ashlanders. You will take 4 rupees for that carpet there, or I shall be forced to crush you. Get out of my way, loser. Shade, remembering our... Well... I hesitate to call them adventures. I made Shade play, what was it called? Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, for PlayStation 1. Total bloody shit show, and I forced him to play through all of it. So yeah, less of an adventure, more of like abuse. How is... Oh my word, is that her? Is that her? Is that her? That is her. Guys, do you realize what this is? Okay, play it cool. Fuck's sake. Right. Hey there, interested in making a deal? Oh yeah, baby. I watch Deal or No Deal on TV, making me totally unqualified to do so. Look, I'm just a poor merchant trying to make my way to Gnarmok with some trade goods. I could use an escort though, since mine seems to have buggered off. If you'd be willing to take me there, I'll give you... No, I shouldn't. Although it is a dangerous trip. Alright. I will give you the Boots of Blinding Speed, although I'll be overpaying you by quite a bit. I can take you to Narmak. Excellent. Let's save that again here, where we've accepted it. So Narmak, that would be... Yeah, Hlaaud is there. Narmak would be around here-ish. So yeah. Pretty much. The Boots of Blinding Speed will fortify your speed at 200. So that would put my speed at 254. That's quite an increase. The Boots of Blinding Speed are effectively... Oh, hey, look. Main road of Narmak. I was going the wrong way. That's fine, though. That's fine. Shade in the chat bringing up, quote, the final battle. That was quite an experience the first time he got to it. So in The Phantom Menace, the final battle is between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. If you're a certain age, you're kind of used to just seeing Darth Maul as like, that's the default like celebrity endorsement. Everything has had Darth Maul on it at some point. But yeah, in the Phantom Menace video game for PlayStation 1, you have to find Darth Maul at the end. And the result is, well, Shade gets there, and it has been quite a struggle to get to him. He has 1 pixel of health out of his health bar, like 1%. He rushes into the room, ready to avenge Qui-Gon and strike down the evil Darth Maul. Except the evil Darth Maul pulls out a taser and gently zaps Obi-Wan, who keels over dead. Game over. That's, I guess the ladies would call that one an anticlimax. Was it good for you too, baby? No, not really. Oh. Well, I get that a lot. At least she's still following me, see? I get attention from women. Definitely. For sure. I'm totally going the wrong way, ain't I? Oh yeah, I'm the reluctant sage of Morrowind. And then it's like, wait, where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. You didn't hear any of that. I think we get out over here. Sure hope so. Yeah, it could have been an epic fight. Then again, it could probably also have been quite good in the film. Just like, yeah, we're ready to do battle, and then it's just like, zap, falls over. And then Darth Maul, like, pens his memoirs. In retrospect, the Sith could probably have not waited around for 1,000 years, because we could have just bought a taser, which seems to short-circuit the whole thing. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to be doing combat.
Here it comes.
It's supposed to be my line. Stupid glory hound. Right, we're heading into the swamp. Women always ask me weird questions when I take them here. It's almost like they don't want to come to my swamp. Okay, there's a dead guar over there. I'll just keep on walking. Oh shit, well would you look at that. yeah, I kind of know where I'm at now. Over here is something quite interesting, actually. So, sort of in the lead up to the point where the game takes place, you have, what? Ow, what? You know, it's... I just got fucking bumbled by a net.
The girl got a do to get some attention around here.
You almost got me
I don't believe it.
killed. Alright, well, suit yourself. This escort quest is just really mean to me. And yeah, well, I'll go look at the thing I got distracted by earlier. But first I want the frickin' boots. Give me the shoe wear. Shoe wear. What language am I speaking? Because I seem to have forgotten. I gotta get my stuff to Narmak. Well, this is close enough. Thanks for your help. I suppose it's only fair I give you your reward. Here, take them. Although it pains me to give them. You are now the owner of the Boots of Blinding Speed. Fuck yeah. Boots of Blinding Speed, constant effect. Blind 100% on self, fortify speed 200. Let's put them on. So we're blind, right? There's ways of... Oh wait, I can just barely see. That wasn't intentional. Anyway. The boots are quite good for early game navigation, right? And you can do this. You can pin the map. And even if you can't see, you know, what's going on, you can still navigate. And as you can see, I'm moving rather quickly. So that's quite useful, especially early game, and later on you can actually get some stuff that will negate the blindness. And at that point you're just going to be moving, like, absurdly fast. So if you're ever playing Morrowind and thinking, wow, this game is way too slow, just... find the lady with the boots. Get yourself some stylish new clothes. I don't know for sure what's going on over there. And now I realize the stuff I got distracted by earlier is not around here. I think it's to the south, maybe. But yeah, I suppose we can just head south for a little bit. So yeah, in-game, the authority of, you know, the civilized portions of Morrowind have been sort of degrading for a long time. Especially in the past 50 years of the in-game world. So what's been happening is that there are a number of fortresses around the map. They're just called Dunmer Forts, and we'll see one shortly. And these forts used to be occupied by, you know, the central authorities, people like the Ordinators or the Guards or the Legions. And slowly but surely they've been pushed away, withdrawn into the cities because of an endemic outbreak of not COVID, but something they call soul sickness. People are going nuts, basically. And they stage things like suicide attacks and whatnot, and this is obviously unhelpful for public order and decency. So yeah, that's the reason why you have a lot of forts around the map that have been abandoned. The authorities are just struggling, basically. Why are they doing that? Well, should I tell you? I guess what I should say at this stage is basically that something has recently gone horribly, horribly wrong. And if you ask people about the Tribunal, they will mention that, you know, the Tribunal used to be out and about a lot, and in the past 50 years, they have gotten a lot more isolated and withdrawn. And they really did bungle something, like catastrophically. But I guess I'll leave that for another time. And yeah, that's today's lesson, children. You have to be cautious, always. Or else. I am always cautious, and I have tons of money. Be like me. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think higher education really should just be replaced with my Morrowind streams. People learn so much. At least that's what I tell myself. People learn how to make holy water with rum. It's surprisingly easy, and it's earning me a lot of money. Still not finding the thing I was looking for. Hey, Guar, please don't kill me. Thank you. Oh, this is the thing I was looking for. So over here we have a Dunmer Fort. It will be extremely heavily guarded, extremely dangerous for sure, and there will almost certainly not be any Digimon there at all. Really, what's the point if you cannot have Digimon? Digimon are an essential part of any person's breakfast. Or at least it was when I was growing up. And I grew up to be completely normal, so you all know that's a great idea. But yeah, I'm very hesitant to be approaching that space. What kind of Digimon was I hoping to find? I don't know. Are there any Digimons that are good at, like, accounting or doing my taxes? Because, doing that kind of sucks, and I really wish I could, like, fob that off onto someone else whom I didn't have to pay. And I guess that's just, yes, a Digimon that does taxes, like a Taximon or something. Could also drive me places, I guess. So up here we have a ton of really dangerous creatures, so I'm going to be doing not crack cocaine, although that is certainly tempting and within my power. Oh, actually I do need to take some medicine. Legally prescribed, I should note. I have a tendency to forget. Either I'm extremely, like, either I'm easily distracted or I'm totally absorbed. Morrowind, that very much tends to be something I just get completely absorbed in. Like, it's a very compelling sort of game. And even though I've gone through it like a dozen times at this point, it's still... Oh, shit. Pardon me. Please don't murder me. Please don't murder me in front of my viewers. Have the decency to let me have some Dr. Pepper. Did I not make... Ah, Dr. Pepper with extra sugar. Fuck yeah, look at that health. You can't threaten me, I have Dr. Pepper. That's what I should say next time I'm, like, robbing a bank. Looks like a demon from Hexen. Doesn't look like anything now. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass. If I can reach you. That's not a guarantee. Oop, I can piss him off though. Aha. Will you fucking hit this guy, please? Oh, thank the Lord. That's... You know, even when you're fighting those guys and you're in pretty good shape, like I've got pretty much full health. I'm doing quite well for myself, if I do say so myself, and I do. But yeah, sometimes that's just a bunch of trouble. We were heading to Ghostgate, weren't we? That means I'm going the wrong way. Story of my life. But let's use the boots. We've cleared the way after all, so let's, you know, just put on your favorite trucker music, if you will. Watch me fast traveling, somewhat at a modest pace. I'm great at titles. Look at me traveling at a modest pace. That's gonna be the next summer blockbuster. I'm not a mass murderer. I'm just misunderstood. Which is why I lick the blood of my victims off of my knife. That's also the opening statement on my resume, which is how I got my amazing career in Unemployed. For all these good life tips and more, just log on to my website and sign up for my Patreon. I should get a Patreon at some point. Maybe I'll get a pity dime one of these days. That's fine though. I don't really do this for money. This is more of a, well, just, how do I put that? I guess it's a sort of, I've been sort of isolated, and this is sort of my way of, doing something social where I'm not fully on a stage, but I'm definitely doing more than just, playing this on my own, you know? Right, how did I screw up this trip this time? We're supposed to take the next right. Not helped by the fact that it was invisible. Obi-Wan Kenobi using that phrase, that would have been... I don't know, part of me just thinks like that would have given him a bit more character. That would have been actually kind of interesting. Oh wow. Sorry. That's... You see that change that the lighting did? Like, we rested until sundown, and now you're just looking at, like... sort of the fog in the area, the god rays. And just the way the entire landscape completely changed color. Certain types of mushrooms are far more visible, they're giving off light. Really is something, because like, people who play Morrowind on the basic settings, that's a rough experience. There's also stability issues. If any of you out there have tried playing Morrowind, like, if you try playing it without any mods whatsoever, not even for stability, like, it's 15 to 20 minutes between each crash. And this game has really awful, like, autosave. So, you'll just be staring back at, like, yeah, I played it for 2 hours and I lost 90 minutes of it. What a badass I am. people will definitely be taking down my name and just thinking, wow, that is the man who's going to surpass all of my life's achievements. Because he played Morrowind inefficiently. This area is not especially dangerous, but it's just definitely getting to territory where... Oh, I thought I was a creature. Yeah, this isn't the... Oh, wow. I take that back. This rat's nest is quite special. Will you hit the fucking rat? It quite struck me like, that's a very kung fu action movie type, like judo chop sound. Oh well. Let's try using this dagger. And in case anyone's wondering, like, wait, Steve, how do you get, like, Daedric weapons in this stage? That's definitely possible. However, these are actually just bound weapons. You basically select a certain type of weapon, like if it's enchanted with like a demon, like Tanto or Devil's Spear or whatnot, you equip those as a spell and cast it, and that then summons like a limited time Daedric weapon. And that genuinely is a tactic that remains viable until the very end of the game. So these weapons I have now, I could finish the game with them if I wanted to. And in ways, like, because it's a summoned temporary weapon, you don't have to repair it. And Daedric being a really expensive weapon type, it's expensive to repair, it's expensive to maintain, so really the magic weapon you can get very early on for very little money. In several ways, it is superior to getting a Daedric weapon at level 1. I guess my favorite thing about them is just, they do not weigh anything. And Daedric weighs like a freaking ton. Hell of a thing to be dealing with. And don't worry guys, I am not lost. I know exactly where I am. Until I don't. But at least I got to pick flowers before I died. My athletic skill has increased, said no one ever. I am neither a marine nor a rifleman, I am just some guy. Some guy with way too much time on his hands, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's something for the frickin' tombstone, ain't it? At least I got to pick flowers before I died. Tombstone of Joseph Lukashvili Stalin. He picked flowers, and then some. And then he got banned from Twitch. So the place we're going, I guess, would have to be Nisus. Nisus is... okay, that's interesting. I'm just gonna quick save before I talk to this guy. Russia. Greetings, traveler. Russia wishes you well and thinks maybe you can help him with some pressing business. Yes, most pressing. I have you see a shipment of clothing, fine clothing it is, to get to Alrune. But I fear the business draws me away. Perhaps I think you and I might come to an arrangement, yes? If you deliver these shirts, I cannot do that now. That is an interesting quest there, but I will not be doing it. Not yet. I do not want to be distracted because I think we can finish doing the pilgrimages of the 7 graces. I just realized I was supposed to be going to Ghost Gate and instead going to Bloody Man. Yeah, Guasha, not Guasha. Well, the other shrine that I'm heading towards will also be dangerous. So it's not as if it will not be dangerous. Then we'll do Ghost Gate last. And we can definitely manage that before I have to go. I think another 45 minutes, perhaps. Well, looks like someone has a little farm here. I know there's quests relating to it, but I will not be doing those. We will not be distracted again. And then he was distracted again. Well, what have we here? That's another Dunmer Fort. Quite rewarding places to be going questing and searching and whatnot. Also quite dangerous. The one that's closest to the start of the game, I remember that one has some characters there that have bits of heavy armor. That's the second best heavy armor. And that's no joke. Hello, Kev Shred Strings. I'm gonna assume that's Kev, short for Kevin. Yeah, I finished the game a number of times. I haven't gotten very far yet. We're doing the pilgrimages, and I think we're up to day 7. As you can see, it's fairly heavily modded, but it is running on the vanilla engine. I hope that answers at least some of your questions. Other creatures out and about tend to be a bit passive, but that will not always be the case. Installed a mod to make non-blighted creatures. Those tend to be indifferent. At least until they get stabbed. Then they stop being indifferent and start being dead. I feel compelled to keep an eye on that fortress because the guys who hang out in them, those guys are me. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Kevin. I'm hoping that's Kevin. How are you today? Have you played much of Morrowind? I'm gonna have to go up here if I want to get to where I want to be going, I think. Okay, I guess not. I guess we're going in this direction. I'd put on the Boots of Blinding Speed for this area, but I'm genuinely a little bit unsure of the exact path I'm going to be taking. And you don't want to be using the Boots of Blinding Speed, you just leap off of a cliff, because that was, well, the student guidance counselor evaluated this plan and said, you know, put that in the maybe pile. You've played a ton of Morrowind too, that's excellent. You have excellent taste. I got Morrowind back before the expansions had been released, so probably within like a year or two of its release. And I remember being sort of indifferent towards it, because it wasn't especially pretty, it wasn't, you know, super groundbreaking, it was a bit confusing. I played the game before I spoke English, so that was, a challenge. It was a lot of trial and error, but once I realized I could leave Saint Anin, I could walk out of town. And genuinely, like, go anywhere, that really stuck with me. That was new. That was, normally you would be expecting to be walking down, you know, a corridor with invisible walls and all sorts of nonsense. Morrowind was different, though. I mean, sure, there are, like, invisible walls in certain corridors, but, you know, as, the underlying foundation of it is, still free roam. So, Kevin, I've asked this, a couple of other people who, walked on by. Do you have any war stories for us? Interesting adventures that you've had in Morrowind. I did have at one point, well, a couple of run-ins, I want to say, with cliff races. Most of my war stories is just like, I'm out in the wilderness, I have no resources left, I'm on like 1 HP, and I'm like, I really need to like rest. I can't go anywhere and do anything, and then the message pops up. You cannot rest because there are enemies nearby. What do you mean? There's no enemies nearby. Then I hear the shrieking, and I look up, and I see 4 of the fuckers. Yeah, he's mad too. I'm not gonna murder you. That's... The dog is also angry about cliff racers. It's good. We have a common enemy. Now that's tempting down there. That's very tempting. That's the kind of sign of you've played too much Morrowind, when you just look out in the terrain and you immediately recognize valuable resources and calculate, okay, how, like, should I use one of my potions to access, you know, the pearls down there and whatnot. Dunmer Fortress is always impressive, always dangerous. Okay guys, we're coming up on Isis. I'm gonna go over here and just have, like, let's take in the scenic view, because, well, I'm privileged enough to have distant terrain, thanks to mods. And it really is something that mods can add such functionality, but yeah. So, this is Nisus. I see someone in the water, and I quite like his quest. Fuck it, we're doing it. How do you do, fellow river enjoyer, Hentas Yansunumu? Hainab stole my pants. Is that a fact? I was taking a bath and Hainab Lasagna stole my pants. Maybe you could talk to him and get my pants back. What's your trade? I'm a miner. Okay. I'm just an egg miner. Alright. Let's find Hainab Lasagna and get his pants. That's, of all the, you know, epic and continent-spanning adventures of Morrowind, this mission is definitely one of them. I think this is our god, no? Abishpulo Shan.
Speak, traveler.
I will not be speaking. You're not my lasagna.
What do you want?
I want lasagna. Maeonius Manlu. You know, you see these names when you play it, and it doesn't really... It's not a big deal to you. But then you say them out loud, and it completely changes everything.
I'm waiting.
Hanabi Zabinatus. I'm trying to find pants. Do you know pants?
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
That over here is a Velothi temple, I think. Velothi tower structure, something like that. Pants? You mean the gator? Well, I sure hope not. I haven't fought one of those yet. They probably kick my ass. Most things do. Like, I genuinely fought a worm at one point, and it stole my lunch money and called me a duty head. Accused me of having cooties when no cooties have ever been in my possession. Tragic. That's a muck shovel. I have never seen that item before. That's what happens when you pay attention. And that's kind of a new thing for me. I won't overshare, but like, I got diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 29, which I was quite mad that I only found out at that point, because I felt like that's 20 years too late. But one thing I did notice was that my ability to enjoy something had been increased. Used to be I couldn't sit down and follow anything for more than 15 minutes at a time. That was a bit nasty, but
What, stranger?
that guy is also not a lasagna. But yeah, it was quite something where I could suddenly sit down and actually enjoy something for a while. And it's difficult to even put into words just how much more I enjoy video games now that I can actually follow what's going on. You know, be a little bit more patient.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
The game's just throwing these names at me to humiliate me, but fuck it, I'll read them. Ashumanut Madlubarib. I'm worried the algorithm is just gonna conclude that I'm being racist. But alas, such are the risks in this business. Cave dwelling. Okay. Are you lasagna? No. Do you know lasagna? You wouldn't happen to know lasagna,
Go
would you?
ahead.
No. Manbo. Some nice fellows are in the chat.
Hurry up.
So I guess while I'm totally failing to find this guy, that's definitely part of the Morrowind experience. Nisus is the headquarters in Vardenfell of, basically the Imperial Legion, right? Man TD Cave Dwelling. Yeah, this is Sterling. Shade, brief him. Tell him what I am searching for.
Speak, traveler.
Asumanu Mantidi. Oh my god. You know, there's a thing about the Morrowind diet that's, just look at this. Like, look at how much egg these people eat. Morrowind is just gonna be like this giant fucking province of people with the most eggy farts that were ever egg.
Do not waste my time.
Yeah, Mankini Cave. It's a pretty big deal around here. As am I.
Make
Asharapli
it quick,
Almond.
Outlander.
Alright. Check in with Heisenberg. No, we already did some alchemy. Created some delightful potions of Let's see, Dr. Pepper with extra sugar, which heals us. Holy water with rum, which gives us 17 seconds of water walking. And of course Pepsi. Delicious Pepsi. Yeah, the Daggerfall towns, that will just throw you for a loop. Because they will tell you, oh, you need to find so-and-so, and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is the, you know, the Ugly Duckling bar, okay? And then you look into the menu. It's not a bar. The name of the town is the Ugly Duckling Bar.
I will listen.
And the town does not have, you know, a bar of that name. So it's like 2 bars inside a city that's called the bar. And it just drives you utterly insane trying to keep track of it. Okay, I'm seriously hoping that this is the guy we're looking for. I forget even what his name was. Last name is like Lasagna or something. So we have to find pants from Mr. Lasagna. Alright, we've checked every single person and dwelling out here. I'm gonna go hit the bar. If you're not at the bar, you're not a real person. Just how it is. You're not Lasagna, are you? No, man. That's the bar.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Lazamzi, that's the guy. We found him. Hey, asshole. Pants. Why do you want Hench's pants? That Swit couldn't put them on without help. Fuck's sake, I gotta bribe this fucker as well. Fucking give pants. If you wanted the pants that bad, why didn't you say so? Here, take them. It was a stupid joke anyway. Look, no offense, dude, but, never mind. I will not kill him this time, but mark my words, he has made a powerful enemy. 300 gold pieces for a pair of fucking pants for some idiot in the river. Could I not just have bought him some other pants? Give him his pants. I don't have much to give you, but I have some Hakalo. Here, take it. Thanks for getting my pants back. Thanks for getting my pants back. Hakalo, that's... we got 3 of those. What do they look like? It's these. So yeah, we spent 300 gold pieces on pants in return for like 80 gold pieces worth of ingredients. Mission accomplished. I feel like a fucking chump. Oh man. Alright. I'm focusing now, I'm focused. A thing about bartering is you don't really want to be, don't repair with vendors. Buy a hammer and repair it that way. It's both cheaper and it means that you also get skill checks. Let's just do it this way. And be happy. Alright, what does she have? Anything we could use? Actually, yeah. Pants. We can buy pants. Oh, what? Okay, that's special. So, the difference between these two are, there's no physical difference, but one of them has been stolen. And I didn't do that. Officer. A little bit strange. Hmm. You don't have gloves, but right bracer, that should at least be... Yeah. Finally getting ourselves some slightly better armor. I'm kind of going with light armor, at least early on, just because...
Yes, Outlander. How do you do?
Well, you don't have very much in the way of an inventory space. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious. Oh, that looks mediocre, not interesting. And this guy sells clothes, that's fine. Incidentally, if you put on a female shirt in this game, you will, no joke, you will grow tits. Would that it were so easy, eh? Okay, that's interesting. We have layman. That should be the rank we have. And they don't get upset with us, so that's nice. Yeah, there's only one model for exquisite pants and shirt. That's the unfortunate world that we live in. Let's see, the Mask of Vivec. Pilgrims wandering from all over the world to see it. I guess we should take a look. Fortunately, I do remember where it is. But yeah, the upper tiers of like clothes, there's not that many models. I don't know if that's a system resources thing or if it's like a fact of them just not being able to finish the game. Here in Nisus, Vivec made a potion to cure a villager who had fallen ill but could not pay for the healing of the temple. Vivec promised that the temple would always cure those who could not pay and left his sacred mask here as a sign of that promise. So I'm guessing... Oh. Oh, I see.
By the three, my rights and duties.
Right, yeah. Juicy.
What is it, citizen?
I am trying to pilgrimage.
By the three, my rights and duties.
That guy just keeps going. First of all, what happens if we activate it? Seems I cannot steal it. So then I'm thinking, let's look at the Pilgrim's Path then. Yep, we're doing the pilgrimages today. We've done most of them. We're just doing, we have the Mask, the Ruddy Man, and Ghost Gate to do today. Cover his head with a bucket. I don't think that works on deities. Okay, here we are. Shrine of Justice. Near the altar is Vivec's Ash Mask. In the days of fire, when Daggerthor first crept back into Red Mountain and awakened it, Vivec led refugees here as they fled the ash and blight. Weary, they rested here a while. When Vivec awoke, he found himself and all his followers encased in casts of grey ash. Frozen like a sleeping statue and unable to free himself or help his people, Vivec was filled with despair. Vivec's tears weakened his ash caste. He tore the ash from his perished followers, breathed life into their lungs, and cured them of their blight. This is Vivec's heroism. His tender heart provides strength when his might fails. The Shrine of Justice is guarded within the Nisus Temple in the village of Nisus, northwest by road from the town of Alrune. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave a potion of cure common disease as a token of your respect for justice. Suitable potions may be purchased from the temple. Homemade potions are not acceptable. So that's what we gotta do. We just buy a cure disease potion and leave it here. We can also read about the next one we gotta do. Within the cold cave, Vivec fought a battle with the Ruddy Man, the father of the Drew. When he left the when he defeated Ruddy Man, Vivek spared his life on the condition that Ruddy Man and his children would give up their tough hides to serve as armor for the Dunmer. The Shrine of Valor is inside Coral Cave, a cavern on the seacoast west of the ancient strongholds Birandus and south of Nisus. The cave mouth faces south towards the sea and is marked by a large natural arch of stone. The region is wilderness, and finding the cave mouth can be difficult. Drew within the cave itself are fearsome enemies. Only experienced and capable adventurers should attempt to reenact the epic battle with the Drew in the cave. Drew wax may be bought at the temple in Nisus. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave a portion of Drew wax as a token of Vivek's victorious struggle against the Ruddy Man. Yeah, that would be a bit of a crossover, wouldn't it, Crowley? Crossover with the Running Man. If anything, I'd be the Running Man. I mean, look at me. Look at me go. So that's cure common disease that we gotta get, and also, where's the priest? He's supposed to be in here. You should keep an eye on him. Where on earth did he go? Right, cure common disease and Drew wax. Those shouldn't be too expensive, so we can still do this thing. Oh, this would be stealing now, wouldn't it? We won't be stealing. I like to think that my character, Diomedes, is not especially,
Mathera.
I don't think that he's a rogue. I think he might even be a little bit
Perhaps
of an
I can
idealist.
be of assistance.
Even if I'm not. Well, that's probably a contentious issue in and of itself. Cure common disease. Drew wax. Very good. Very good indeed. So we do this one and the Ruddy Man. I keep calling him the Ruddy Man, even though I know very well that it is just Ruddy Man. I guess the seems appropriate. I'll leave a potion of cure disease to activate the shrine. Thank you for your justice, Lord Vivek. I shall neither be cruel nor arbitrary, for fair dealing earns the love, trust, and respect of our people. We're one step closer to finishing the pilgrimages. You know, back in the day, even with like cheats and all that, I never had the patience or even the presence of mind to really do these quests. I never did the temple back then. Just because it was that difficult for me to really focus on it. Yeah. So, Nisus is the headquarters of the Imperial Legion. You can join the Legion here and do their quests. I would wait a little while, though. It's, I wouldn't say it's especially hard, but there's a bunch of, like, sorta janky bits that you gotta do. I do think I will be doing the Imperial Legion on this character, on this stream. It will take a while before I actually reach a point where I think I can pull it off, but I will do it. I will commit to doing it. Just not today. For we have pilgrimages to do. Even if it kills me. This is kind of why I didn't sell my water walking potions. Let's drink some holy water with rum. Of course he's empty. I know this is on the coast somewhere. Although it does look like I messed up. Don't worry though. Don't worry. We have got potions for days. I can fly. Is it Slavjanki? No. This was developed in the United States, near DC. You can actually find the Bethesda Ruins headquarters in Fallout 3. And I kind of assume that that's genuinely where it is at in real life. But I might be naive in that. Who could say? Okay, I think I see it now. Remember what they said in the Pilgrim's Path or the journal? It did mention that arch that I'm looking at now. You can see over there how it's like... You can tell that they have a little ramp. So it will be around here. Incidentally, yes, my mods do also beautify the water quite a bit. I really do, like, just love the way that the mods have transformed the game. Because this really is a game that deserves to be played by just about everyone. Oh, hang on. I'm being accosted by fish. Oh, is that right? Maryland. Yeah, I think I did visit the United States a couple of times, and part of what I visited was the DC area, and, well, here's the Coal Cave Shrine. I'll donate my wax. Thank you for your valor, Lord Vivek. I shall not quail, nor turn away, but face my enemies and my fear. And if I doth screweth up, there shall be loading of the Sabbath. That's, I wonder if I would get a stern talking to by anyone for saying that nonsense. Can only rest on solid ground. So I don't actually need to go deeper into the shrine, but I kind of want to. I want to see if I can pull anything off. Don't worry, I did quick save. Because that's my thing. It's that thing I do. Honestly, I'm fully expecting it to get slaughtered right about now. Fuck. Alright. Okay, that went a lot better than I was expecting. Oh, hey, look at this. The wooden staff of peace, paralyzed. I can use that. Okay, it's an adventurer that did not have much luck. I am over-encumbered. This is not optimal. Well, I mean, I guess we can drop, like, left. Just looking at, like, what can I drop that wouldn't be a big deal? Oh, I know. I can use up my hammer there. That's good. So long, dead adventurer. Yeah, this is kind of tedious. I'm pretty much full up on items. I think I'm gonna demonstrate something else to you. we're gonna teleport here. So, there are two types of scrolls, Almseve Intervention and Divine Intervention. Basically what they do is they teleport you to the nearest shrine, which means that if you are full up on items, you can just select the relevant scroll or spell and do this. Back at Nice's. So guys, that means we're going to take the Silt Strider back to Balmora, and after that I'm not going to be doing any further alchemy, I don't think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stuff that I got, I'm just going to drop it in a pile. I can sort that out later. And once that's done, we'll just go over, drop our things off, and then we're going to go to Ghost Gate. At level 2, I might add. I do quite like the music I got.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
That's neat. To Balmora then.
Where would you like to go?
Kentucky. I'm lying, I don't want to go to Kentucky. There's nothing for me there. I don't know why I brought it up. It was his fault. And yeah, if anyone's newly joined, curious about the music, it is from the Elder Scrolls Online. I basically just grabbed every single track I could from that and sorted through it, converted it to the right format, and put it into the correct folders. I have task at hand. My voice is a little bit too hoarse for that. So you like my impression? That was the first one I did. That was so good. Let's never do that again, ever. Fuck it. Let's try one more time. After some water. Squeak. Oh, goodness. I bought this stupid book. What is it? I paid $10 for this. Jesus Christ. I bought this book based on the title. That was clearly a mistake. I'm My Own Grandpa by Gaedol, the funniest wood elf ever. Why did the dark elf cross the road? How many orcs does it take to light a torch? Depends. Is an orc doing the counting? Rah rah ha ha. What is green and hops and sizzles on lava? An orc acrobat. If a wood elf mime falls in a forest, who cares? Certainly not me. If you drop a Khajiit head first from a great height, will it land on its feet? Not if you cut off the feet first. What the fuck am I reading? Sorry, I paid money for that. I don't think I can be trusted to do this adventure. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm My Own Grandpa, the bestest book ever. Just gonna drop this shit off and just, you know, hope that my dignity will return of its own accord once I'm done hiding in shame from the rest of the world. Actually, while I'm in this town, I could do one quest before we head to Ghost Gate. I think I'll do that. I think we will. Because we did find that pipe. And that pipe... You know, it stands to reason that, let's see. See ya, here's your stuff. Yada yada yada. Alright. Is there a place for a Zia in Balmora? Because it was like a dead drug user, and he, well, he had the pipe. 9 toes, Drela, South. Oh, we have a winner. Alright, alright. Yeah, we can get there. Easy. Alright. I'm super confident that I can find this house in this small town. Aren't you all impressed? I know I am. I have task at hand. Praise Karas. Praise the Master Builder. I think that got a little bit closer than my first attempt. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Right. Please tell me I can get in here without busting the fucking lock. Come on, man. I don't want to break in. Oh, who am I kidding? Let's break in, guys. Let us do the crime. Let us do it in a way that's not moronic, though. So we'll park ourselves here. And just try if we can. Quick save. And then... because we have this door spell, right? I cannot fucking believe that worked. It's,
You want something?
what do you want? What do you mean you're looking for me? I don't know you, do I? You say you have a note from Ernal? You've got a note from Ernal for Zia? That's odd. Zia was expecting him here any day now. He's dead. Oh no. Ernal was a good man and always dealt fairly. Zia doesn't suppose you found anything you might have been delivering to Zia, did you? Yeah, there was something on the body that might have belonged to you. Oh, this. Well, this was really for a friend. Never mind. Thank you for returning it. See, I can't imagine you care whose it is. In fact, take this. It was supposed to be Ernal's when he brought Zia these things. Oh. Thank you for the note. Zia will miss him. Good to have it back. Thank you. Alright. Hello, Bryden. How are you doing today? I just returned a crack pipe to an addict. This is the epic adventure that Hollywood will cover in this summer blockbuster. Oh, right, it's not summer anymore, is it? Well. Yeah, Steve the Saint. The saint of returning crack pipes to addicts. You know, just insert your own sonic sound effects there. Or maybe like, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Rotating in place. Classic. So yeah, I'm level 2. Stop. Lizard time. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm just enjoying Morrowind. I'm level 2 and I'm gonna do the Ghost Gate Shrine because that's a great idea for smart people like me. I do think I'll succeed. And at the same time, it's perfectly possible that I'll get fucking annihilated. People would probably be betting on that if there was like a betting system for this. Alright, let's see. Caldera, Pelagade. Okay. Radiating out from, you know, Red Mountain, there's like these channels. And you kind of have to follow one of them. I believe they're called the Foyada in the game. I'm not really a geologist though, so I wouldn't know for sure. Perhaps some of you know. So, Bryden, have you played a lot of Morrowind? Ghost Gate, that's where we're headed. Still can't snooze. I know a whole bunch of stuff. But do you know what a Foyada is? Not much, but you've seen lots of streams and Let's Plays. Well, that's fair. This, Morrowind is like a giant mansion that has really grumpy and asocial hosts in it. Like, getting into the mansion is frickin' awesome, but there's a serious hurdle to actually getting there. It's basically how I view it. That was, it took quite a few mods to actually get the game into sort of a presentable state. But once you get there, man, it's magic. It really is. Okay, guys. It's our first ash storm. It's kind of a neat thing that happens in certain regions. I think this might even be like a blight storm of some sort. This is, how do I put it? It's a sign of how, like, dated some of Bethesda's, like, tools were at this stage. Because if you're gonna have, like, weather like this, for the love of God, don't use, like, a sound effect that, just repeat every few seconds. Like, that's just silly. People get tired of it. Over here we have Morrowind's take on Daedric runes. And they can contain quite interesting things. At one point we'll actually... Okay, he got upset. And I'm carrying drugs with me. That's a detail. Please do not snitch on me, chat. That would be mean. We do not like me. Yeah, Daedric ruins contain quite a few treasures and also some of the most difficult encounters in the game. I'm not going to tell you where, how, why, and what, but at some point you will... You know, the leaders of the Dark Brotherhood in Vardenfell will be inside of a Daedric ruin. Not this one, though. And yeah, it's essentially just a dungeon of, like, 20 very high-level, like, badasses that, will undoubtedly wreck your shit. I can attest to having gotten completely curb stomped by those guys like a dozen times in a row. I even got a participation trophy and everything. Okay, that was a short ash storm, which I do not mind. Oh my word, we're coming up on the Ghost Gate. Yeah, I know, the fence itself does not animate at a distance. That's just gonna have to be a thing that we deal with. Because I feel like the system I have now is fairly well balanced. Like, if you keep the frames per second between 90 and 60, I think that's a very good baseline for people watching. I never had trouble running Morrowind on my childhood computers. I do recall the first time I played Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, though. I was my computers basically couldn't run it. I played the entire game through with minimal settings for everything, to the point where it looked worse than Morrowind. And I played that at 15 frames per second, all the way to the end. Because I did not have nearly as many alternatives to playing Oblivion that I have today. Because, that's an experience that you get to enjoy in your childhood, but it's not something that you remember fondly. It's not something you wish you could go back to. Music is suitable because, sheesh. Alright, Shade, thank you so much for coming by. Honestly, we're probably 5 to 10 minutes from ending this. But yeah, Shade, thank you so much for coming by. It was quite nice having you here. Keeping the riff-raff in line. I'll just be doing this. Basically, this is to ensure that nasty creatures will not be getting out. Luckily, the shrine is not very far into... Oh shit, guys. Notice how this rat is significantly nastier. Because this rat has been lighted, which massively increases its HP and its defensive and offensive capabilities. The blight storms are... well, this is a blight storm. And blight disease is something conjured up by our dear friend Dagather. I'm gonna need me a... where's my Pepsi? Come on, Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi time. There we go. Gotta have Pepsi. But you all know that. The Ghost Gate Shrine. Will you donate a petty soul gem and ask for a blessing? Yes. Thank you for your pride, Lord Vivek. I shall not doubt myself or my people, or my gods, and shall insist upon them, and my ancient rights. Well, guys, that pretty much covers it. I think we are now done with the pilgrimages. Which means that next time we'll be able to do more missions for the temple. And I will feel so very badass. Because look guys, I'm a priest now. Of what? I don't know, but I do drink a lot of Pepsi. That's yet another little quote you can, pepper in with your job interview and your resume. Right. That will then do it for this time, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you all had fun. With any luck, I will be able to resume this tomorrow, but until then, all of you, have a good one.